Hello. How do I start my videos? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabby, and this is...
I'm Emma, the cousin.
Yes, the cousin.
Roommate.
/ roommate. And today, Emma is going to be guessing the plots of the books. I've talked about some of these. I have not talked about all of them, so I'm interested to see how well she's going to do.
Scared.
Yeah. So basically, if she gets it right, she gets like a point. I might do like half points if she gets half it right, but like, you know. And I also saw Christine from Paul and Banana's book. She gave her boyfriend a creativity point. I want to give you creativity points, so
okay.
Be as creative.
I'm gonna have like 0 of those. Okay.
As you can. All right. So let's start with the first book. Okay. So the first book is.
She talks about this all the
Court
time.
of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Nice tattoo. Okay, I'm guessing because she's wearing like a crown type thing.
Uh-huh.
So it's and like a court. So like maybe she's like some sort of princess, and there's like a royal court. Knowing the books you read, she's gotta be some sort of like supernatural something with like powers of some kind.
Okay.
But she's also like, I don't know, princess. And then the Thorns and Roses part, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
it's...
so...
Wait. I have...
Continue.
I don't know. The Thorns and
Continue.
Roses could be like... I don't know. Maybe she's some sort of like warrior thing, too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stick with that.
Trying to think if there's any questions I should ask you to like get you closer to what it could be.
That's... Ooh.
Okay, well, like, where do you think it's set? Like, I know you said court, but like...
Ooh. Definitely some type of fictional land. Well, duh.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Don't do a fictional land. It is a fictional book. I think that it's like the type of world where like dragons and fairy tale creatures exist.
Okay.
I'm trying to look at her like outfit. It's got like feathers and...
Okay, but like, what would you say like the plot is? Not just like who she is, but like what do you think it's about?
I think that it's like there's something going on in this world she's in, and like the court is kind of like she wants to do something about it, but maybe like the court is like, no, you can't do that, and she's like, no, I'm gonna do this, and then along the way she like meets whoever her love interest will be, because of course there's a love interest.
There always is.
Okay. And then, you know, I feel like she has, like, friends, kind of like a Percy Jackson thing, where, like, she's going on the quest alone, but then her friend's like, no, I'm coming with you.
Okay.
And they're all trying to defeat this unknown bad guy, because I don't know who the bad guy could be.
Okay. Okay, so you didn't do horrible. You said a lot of things that sort of play into it. So this is the Beauty and the Beast retelling that I was...
What?
I've told you it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I've told you that I want you to start with this one because you like Beauty and the Beast so much that you would, like, prefer this one.
I'm not sure when you told me that. Probably went in one ear, not the other.
Probably, but that's okay. Okay, so basically this is about a girl named Feyre, and she's a human huntress. And one day she kills... No, but hang on. I mean, you were sort of close.
Okay, she's human.
Mm-hmm. So one day she kills this wolf in the woods, and like a day or two later, this like giant beast thing comes and says, you killed one of my sentries.
Oh my god, it's like picking the rose.
Kind of. So you killed one of my sentries, you have to like serve a term with me in my court.
Oh gosh.
So over the wall. So over the wall was put in place, so it's...
Wait, so what's the court?
Hang on, I'll get there.
Okay.
So a wall was put in place which divided the fairy lands and the human lands. So he's a fairy, he's a High Lord from the Spring Court. So that's where the Thorns and Roses comes in, is because it's like gardens and stuff. No.
Alright, so there were fairy tale aspects.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, you... Yeah, and then,
Yeah, I was completely off on the plot.
Well, sort of. So she gets there, there's a blight in the land. Tamlin, that's his name, the love interest. Mm-hmm. Him and all of his court wear masks because they were cursed to wear masks. So like you see where like the Beauty and the Beast thing is coming into play. Mm-hmm. And then she ends up having to defeat the villain lady. She's horrible.
Oh, it's a woman.
It's a woman. It's a woman.
Okay.
So yeah, like I mean, you did okay.
How did they get cursed? Was it the villain lady?
Yeah.
Bitch.
So yeah, so I mean, like I'd give you probably like a quarter of a point because you got some of the things, but like you got fairy tale, like you got some of it. You just didn't get all of it. The next one's on my phone, but I'm gonna put it up on the screen. So it's Saga Volume 1 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. Initial thoughts.
Okay, so they're both carrying some type of weapon. Okay, he's like part goat. What is that? Satyr?
Sure.
Is that what they're called? Okay. And then she's like a fairy of some kind. This kind of looks like it'd be some type of Bonnie and Clyde type thing.
Okay.
But they have a child in the process. Well, because I don't know, they look so like mysterious. Like she's got a gun, he's got a knife. And they're like, he's like looking that way, she's looking that way, kind of like watch each other's backs type thing. Or they weren't supposed to be together. They're from like 2 different worlds and they're on the run because they had a baby.
Okay.
Yeah. And I feel like the plot would be like them on the run and like trying to not get their baby stolen from them. Could be a magical baby. It would be. That's like part goat, part fairy. I don't know what else to make of this.
Okay, so then the other one, like the only question I have is like, where do you think it's set?
They're wearing pretty worldly clothes, so I feel like it'd be some type of dystopia type thing.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Final answer?
Well, yeah. I don't know where else to go.
No, you pretty much got it spot on.
No way!
Like the second time.
The second one?
Yeah, so there's like this, it's a sci-fi novel, so it's like set on all these different planets. But that's the only thing that like was a little off. But basically, they're warring like species or whatever.
Okay, there's some type of
and
Romeo and Juliet type thing.
He gets captured and she ends up being like one of the guards that was there. But then they end up falling in love and like bonding or whatever, and she breaks him out. And then the story is really interesting because it's told from the point of view of the baby. But like it's almost like she's recounting her life, so she has like little places in where she was like, and you know, this is where it went wrong for my parents, or like stuff like that.
Okay, that's cool.
And yes, they're on the run. Everybody's hunting them down
because
they had the baby.
Okay, look at that. That deserves like
point. No, you got
full point.
That's a full point. You got the point.
All right.
That was good. That was good. Next is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. If you don't get most of this.
Okay, the thing is, you talk about so many different books. They all kind of like meld together in my head when you talk to them.
Well, I mean, we've talked about the show, and I've
that's
said,
the show that's coming out.
Yes, it's called Shadow and Bone, but it includes this one and the other series.
Oh my gosh, I think I got this.
Okay,
wait,
hang
not
on.
Really, because the trailer for that kind of made me very confused.
Well, I mean, it should, because only half of it corresponds to this. So,
okay.
All right, here you go.
6 Crows. That's obviously a crow, so that doesn't help me very much. Thank you. Am I allowed to read back? Because I'm reading back.
No.
Okay, well, geez, this really...
I mean, take in the entire... I'm trying to give you a hint here. Take in the entire cover. Anything that's on here, words, pictures, anything, you can...
6 of Crows. 6 dangerous... Okay, that's what I thought.
That's like trying to give you a hint.
Oh, it's a heist? Okay, alright. So there's 6 people. 6 dangerous outcasts. And I think they all have like some type of different power or something that nobody else has. I don't know what they're trying to steal.
Okay.
I feel like, see these buildings in the back, it's a city of some kind, or like maybe even a palace. So maybe they're trying to steal something from this palace.
Okay.
6 of Crows. I don't know what the crows thing is about. Maybe that's like, yeah, I don't know what they're trying to steal, but I feel like they're outcast because they have these powers and it makes them different from everybody. So maybe it's like some type of like X-Men, like the mutants fighting back. Like, you know, the outcasts are fighting back, trying to... I don't... Yeah. I still don't know what they're trying to steal, but...
Okay.
Something from a palace, maybe.
Sort of. So it's sort of set in a city.
Okay, so it's set in a city.
Yeah.
I feel like, is it, like, I don't know, is it kind of like a Victorian type thing?
Yeah, kind of. She wrote this series inspired by Russia, but like ancient Russia. I told you, so when we were watching The Irregulars, the same vibe of like Victorian London is
like industrial.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, it follows the six. The crows is the gang. That's what they're called.
Okay, I had a feeling. I just didn't understand why it was crows, but that's just what they call themselves.
Yes, but like, so Kaz Brekker, he's the main character. It follows
Prince
six.
Caspian?
No.
Damn.
Not Prince Caspian.
Is Prince Caspian gonna be bad? Because that'll make me a little sad. Maybe a little happy.
I can tell you what his name is.
What?
His name's the Darkling.
Oh. Well, there you go.
No, but I mean,
Darkling.
I mean, we all have our, in the book community, we all have our very toxic loves. He's one of them that everybody loves.
Christ. Okay.
Anyway, so it follows Kaz Brekker. There's Inej, Nina, Jesper, Wylan, Kaz, and Matthias.
Those are awesome names.
Right? So those are the six crows, and it's basically Kaz Brekker, he's the head of the crows gang. He ends up getting hired to steal this thing called Jurda Param. I can't pronounce it because it's like a really weird Russian name. Essentially, it's like this drug that people are taking, and it like enhances their abilities. So there are people with magic in this, but there's
not just the six of them.
No.
There's other people.
No. Only one of them has powers.
None of them have powers?
Just the one.
The girl.
One of the girls.
That could light up.
That's in the other series.
I'm missing this off the trailer. I'm trying to cheat.
And then he puts together the group of the six of them.
Okay.
So Inej. Okay, so it's Kaz. Kaz is the leader. He's like the one. Then Inej is the Wraith. That's what they call her. She works for Kaz. Okay. Then there's Jesper, and he's the sharpshooter.
Jesper.
He's like best friends with Kaz. Then Nina she works in the brothel, but she's not a prostitute. She does other stuff in it, but like they've had to work together in the past. So there's Nina. Matthias is an ex-con. They have to break him out of jail. And then Wylan he's a runaway, but he ends up like joining up with them. So it's about the six of them, and yes, they have to do a heist. So they're going to steal the yes, they're going to steal the drug, but they're trying to like.
Who are they stealing it from?
The person who created it. Because it's like really disastrous. Like people who have taken it with powers, if they take too much of it, they go crazy.
Sounds interesting.
Oh, it is. It's great.
I would not know how many points to give myself on that one. 0.5?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you half. Because like, I mean, I can't really take away like the whole you read the thing, so like heist. Because like, it's on the cover. So like,
you said I can use the cover.
Yeah, I know. Anything on the cover you can use.
Okay.
So the next one is Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout.
They're in the woods.
So who? Okay, well,
the guy is the one that's like something different. I feel like this is gonna be like Vampire Diaries, where like Elena, like she's the mortal, and then he's like some type of something. I don't know what that something is. Obsidian. That's like a type of rock, like dark rock, isn't it? Give me a moment.
I was gonna ask you a question.
What's the question?
Well, since you've been talking a lot about him, who do you think like the main character is? Because obviously it's a girl, or at least most of them are.
I think the girl's the main character. I think like she's gonna be the narrator.
Okay.
And this is probably in some like mystic little town that nobody really knows about, bordering the woods. And wherever this guy came from, he's from some type of like, I don't know, like maybe the portal or the barrier is in the woods.
Okay.
I'm mixing so many different.
You're starting to mix my story in there, which I think is funny.
I know.
Yeah, you're starting to put mine in there, which I just think is funny.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what he's supposed to be, and I really don't know what the Obsidian, like the name is supposed to be about, cause like it's a dark rock. So, I feel like the plot is just like obviously a love story, and then maybe people are trying to like kill her because she's mortal, and he's not supposed to be like fraternizing with mortals or something.
Okay. Final answer?
Yeah.
Actually, you're not that far off.
Okay.
So the best way I can describe this series is it is Twilight. Hang on.
No,
hang on.
I was gonna say like Twilight too, because you know how those crazy vampire people are trying to kill Kristen Stewart.
But I mean, yeah. But I mean, like
Bella.
But I mean, like
Mocha. Sorry.
it's Twilight for aliens.
He's an alien.
He's an alien.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so
I like that. It's different.
Oh yeah. So Obsidian has
Yes, please explain.
only a very small thing to do with it. So it's enemies to lovers. He does like they hate each other, absolutely hate each other.
No way.
So it follows Katie. Okay.
Like Damon and Elena.
Big vibe, yes.
Okay.
His name's Damon, so his name's Damon Black.
Nice.
No. So yeah, so it follows Katie, and she moves to West Virginia, a small town in West Virginia.
Okay. All right.
And her next door neighbor ends up being him and his twin sister. And she befriends the twin sister, but he absolutely hates her for like a weird, like unknown reason. Like the sister ends up like blackmailing the brother into like being nice to her. So she's like, you're gonna go hang out because I'm mad at you. You're gonna go hang out with her while I'm gone.
Nice.
So that's where it like starts the romance. And then they like, I don't know, they keep like sort of hanging out. And since he's an alien, an attack happens and powers sort of get transferred to her.
Oh.
It's like weird, but sort of. So the way that the Obsidian comes into play is the bad aliens, when the Obsidian glows, it's because they're around. So he does it because they're trying to like attack her and them.
Okay.
So he gives her an Obsidian necklace.
Okay.
So it glows.
Oh my
when
god, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
so.
Fucking. Right.
So yeah. So then it's their love story. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like literally Twilight for aliens. Oh, and they're it's called the Lux series because they're the Luxen, because they're beings of light. So like they reflect the light to make it look like they're human, but in their true forms they're just like a human-shaped balls of light. Wow. Yeah.
That's cool.
So I'd give you like 77, like 0.75, because like the only thing you really got wrong was that you didn't get that they were aliens. But like I don't know how you were gonna get that, but
no. I also didn't get the enemies to lovers part.
No.
Because I didn't think that they would hate each other at first. Okay, 0.75.
Physical book next. Yay!
Yay.
Okay, so the next one is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. One of my favorites. I don't think I've ever talked about this with you though, so
no,
you have no hints.
I don't recognize any of this. That is very... Don't read the back?
Let me see what's on the back. There's nothing on that that's gonna give it away, so.
Man, I don't know.
Alright,
there's a skull.
Alright, let's start. Who do you think our main character is?
The main character?
Let's start with main character. Let's build. Who do you think the main character is?
A girl.
Good place to start. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I don't think she's human, but I also don't think that she's like anything, like I don't know, I feel like she's not human, but she's nothing, or so she, maybe she thinks she's nothing special, but she actually has some sort of like background that she doesn't realize, and then, don't ask me where I'm pulling this from. It'll be my,
because
like
every YA fantasy novel has that premise.
Well, I don't know, because it's saying thought kissing one of the wicked is addictive. Is this like scandalous? Is this like...
Not really. It's not spicy.
Kingdom of the Wicked. Kingdom of the Wicked. Kingdom of the Wicked. Okay, so there's rivaling kingdoms. One's wicked and one's supposed to probably like some like angelic type, and they think they're all high and mighty, and maybe she's from there. Other person is from Kingdom of the Wicked, and that could be probably a guy, but it could be also a girl. Who knows? Maybe switching it up. Ooh, and I don't know. I feel like maybe she meets one of these people from Kingdom of the Wicked, and then they like kind of like go through a journey of realizing some hidden story, maybe about how the two kingdoms became rivals, and maybe the good kingdom is not as good as they make themselves out to be. This is just
last thing. What setting? Where do you think it's set?
I don't know. In a place with two kingdoms.
Okay. No. No, that was correct.
supposed to do homework after this because this is just hurting my brain. All of this is hurting my brain.
So sorry. But no. So this is about a witch. I mean, okay, sort of right with the whole kingdom of the wicked. How do I explain this?
Oh. See, I didn't get to... There's different houses?
Yeah, I'll explain it in a second. I'm just trying to see. So it's about our main character, Amelia, and her twin sister ends up getting murdered.
Oh, Jesus.
And she sort of has to solve the murder. But they're both witches. They come from a family of witches. They both know that they're witches. And the one thing that their grandmother always told them was that the wicked were not to be messed with. The wicked are the 7 princes of hell.
The what?
The 7 princes of hell.
Okay.
So they're all based off of the 7 deadly sins.
Oh.
So that's where this comes into play. Yeah. See, it's House of Wrath, Lust, Gluttony, Sloth, Pride, and Greed. Oh, Envy. There's 7.
Envy. Okay.
So each of them, it's like, has like one of the princes of hell. So when she finds her sister over one of the princes of hell, and she steals his dagger. His dagger has like a snake thing, that's why.
Okay.
So she uses his dagger to summon him because she believes that there's something else going on than like witch hunters, which is what they've like written it off as.
Okay. But she found him standing over her sister's body?
Right, yes.
I would have been like mad at him, like thinking he killed my sister. Is that what she thought?
Yes. So that's why she's trying to tried to
figure out why.
Right, so she summons him and it goes from there. You want to see what Wrath looks like? Oh, it's Wrath. That's who.
Oh.
That's his name. That's Wrath.
Of course that's Wrath.
We love Wrath.
Yeah.
He's great.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
What is all over his arm? Oh, a snake.
Yeah, it's a snake tattoo. So yeah, then they end up working together.
Do the princes have any special powers? Or is
sort
it just
of.
like,
so like
from hell?
No, so like it's not really powers, it's more like influence. So when he's around, like, or he can influence people to like their heightened emotions be anger and wrath.
Okay.
Lust because Lust pops up in the book. He makes everybody really horny.
Yeah.
Envy makes everybody really jealous.
Okay.
Like that's kind of what their powers are.
Their influences. Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, it's really good.
I don't quite know what I would score myself in that one. Trying to find a wall.
I'm gonna give you no. You didn't get any of that.
I'm over here trying to finesse like 0.25 point.
Got nothing.
I was like 0.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck with this one too.
I see Sarah J. Maas and like fuck.
I mean, that should give you some sort of like
It should
help. Okay, so next one is A House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas.
Well, she's got a whole lot going on.
I guess you can open it, but it's not gonna help you.
Oh, well, I can see her better. Jesus Christ, she looks like she's embedded into a door or a tree.
All right, who? Let's
Jesus Christ. All right.
let's start it. Let's
Oh,
because I feel like I need to like help you with this one because not a lot of it is on. Like some of it is.
I don't know if I think she's the main character.
Okay,
I
so
feel like she's some type of like sidekick in the kind of like I don't know how to explain this. I feel like she's like the woman in the little, sidekick sphere. What are those called?
a crystal ball.
Yes. I feel
So
like she's like
she's
the
Madame
woman in the
Leona?
crystal.
Leona?
Yes, she's Madame, yes.
Okay.
So maybe there's like some type of like she like a prophecy teller of some kind,
Sure.
and she's like in a tree.
Mhm.
Oh, there's a key.
Yeah, there's stuff hidden within the thing.
There's a lock. Alright, I don't know who the main characters would be at all. Maybe
sort
this
of a
could be
hint.
one where the main character is actually a dude and then meets someone.
I'm trying to find them because they're
House of Earth and Blood. Alright, Crescent City, so the setting is a city. House of Earth and Blood. So does the city have like different houses? Like, House Targaryen, house.
kind of.
Okay. House of Earth and Blood. So maybe this house that, let's say, the dude comes from, that...
I just like how you call him a dude. The dude.
Yes, he's
Okay.
from this House of Earth and Blood, and then maybe something happens to his family, and then he has to try to like, so he goes to this woman to get help from her, and then goes off on some sort of quest thing, meets people along the way.
Alright, so we got the setting as a city. Cool.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to think of anything else that I need to ask you before I'm like final answer or whatever. Genre, what genre do you think it is?
I don't want to say definitely. Forget I said definitely, but I'm just gonna go with like some type of fairy tale vibe.
Okay. No.
I tried my best.
Okay, so basically the main character's not a guy, it's a girl. Her name is Bryce. So I mean, like, it's a guy name.
Do any of these have a main character that's a guy?
I mean, they're main characters, they're just not the like person telling the story, if that makes sense.
Okay. Alright, so keep going. It's a girl.
So yeah, so it's a girl. Her name's...
It's not that girl.
No.
Aha.
Yeah, you're right about that. So the main character, his name's Bryce. Most of the story takes place 5 years later. So it's 5 years later. Let's just start with that. And 5 years before, all of her friends were murdered.
Oh, so it's the friends that are in the question. Because I was like, something happens to her family, but something happens
to her friends. So
okay.
yeah, her friends are all murdered, and at the time they put somebody in jail. I think it's 5 years later, but the time later, they start realizing that the person that they put in jail might not be the person who killed them.
Okay.
So Hunt, who's an angel, a fallen angel.
This is the guy.
This is the main guy character. Him and one of his other angel friends are they're forced to by Micah, one of the like archangels, to get her to help them figure out who actually murdered.
So it's a whodunit.
Kind of. It's like a weird like guy who was put in jail that is trying to. It's like the other people that put him there. They're like, there's something off about it.
But this guy who was framed for it hasn't said like, oh my god, like I'm innocent.
No, he said he's innocent, but he had done so many other things before.
Oh, he just kind of
like it was like they're like, you're lying to us because we know you've done all this other shit.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. So then it's her trying to figure out. So in the world, she's half fae, so she's human and fae. He's a fallen angel. There's vampires, werewolves.
Okay, so it is like fairy tale.
Yeah. It's like
characters.
the city is like this hub for all of the different creatures.
Okay.
And stuff. So like
Zootopia for.
You know, it's literally Zootopia. You know how there's somebody who has.
You're right.
No, somebody who has said that that's what this is. They're like, you mean Zootopia, but for fairies?
That's funny. Who's the woman in the tree?
We have no idea. She's irrelevant.
Gosh. That's great.
Yeah, we don't know why she's on the cover.
She's a prophecy teller.
She's irrelevant.
I had a pretty good freaking guess. How was I supposed to know this woman had absolutely no meaning whatsoever?
Not the name of the game.
Hey, creativity points.
This is true. I'll need to look back and think about the creativity points.
Oh gosh.
Because I don't remember all of the ones that you've said. That's what I'm saying, like when I edit.
The past ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.